Evening, Tate.
Evening, Jack. You alright?
Yes, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Fingers crossed again. Hopefully the sound's
alright. Again, done a little test. It seems like it's normal again. So, yeah, I think it's good. It's good.
Yeah, touch wood.
Mm.
Touch wood. Nice weekend though. During the international break, it's a strange one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
How boring is it? Not
Yeah.
boring. Maybe the wrong word. Maybe it is boring, but my life and your life will be the same. It evolves around football, and your moods go up and down. And when I'm in like a stable mood like this, it feels a bit weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, when there's exactly that. When there's no football to make you happy or sad, and but yeah, it's not the international football. That's basically what the pod's about. Tate will go through it in a second, but yeah, no, it was alright. I just watched a bit of the rugby. Watched that terrible Misfits
rugby.
Yeah, I mean, I watch it, and yeah, I suppose we might mention it later on. But yeah, watched a bit of rugby, watched a bit of the terrible Misfits boxing, Logan Paul and KSI. I'll never watch any of that again. It's what a disgrace it is. But
quick one on Misfits boxing. If Jack Brown was to get in the ring and could face any current Premier League footballer, who would you pit yourself against? Not necessarily have to win, but who would you like to?
Oh, Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, MMA. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes.
Kindle versus Bruno Fernandes.
What about yourself?
Son.
Oh, what a nice man in football.
No. Who would it be? Bruno would be up there. A lot. Martinez would be up there. Although Martinez
goalie? Villa or centre back? From
United probably be again annihilate me.
Yeah, the butcher. That's probably one thing he's good at.
Oh no, I've got it. Cannot now. I thought about it. Can never be any other person. Cedric Suarez.
Yeah, actually, Højbjerg.
me and Cedric in the ring.
Højbjerg, I'd love to knock you out. Oh dear.
Yeah, me and Cedric in the ring. Right. The podcast will be a run through England, just a bit of general England chat, a little bit touching on the game on Friday, and look ahead to tomorrow night's game. A bit on Southgate, past managers, current squad, potential future players and past players, and some memories we've got from tournaments gone by, ending with the prediction winner and loser like we normally do. But we'll start with the teaser as usual, and my mate Eddie Nketiah made his England debut on Friday night versus Australia. He is the England under-21 record goal scorer, but whose record did he break in 2020?
Yeah, I'll come back to it.
Right. So, England had a 1-0 victory versus Australia on Friday night in a friendly at Wembley. They play Italy at Wembley again on Tuesday in the Euro 2024 qualifications, currently sitting top of the group with 13 points from 5 games. Did you watch any of it on Friday?
No. I think I watched maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, at the end I watched 5 minutes.
I wasn't...
No interest.
Yeah, literally that. I almost forgot they were playing, and yeah, it's just that, and that is what international football is. And might sound like a bandwagon fan, but when it's the Euros and the World Cup, that's when you're interested. That's when it's interesting, and even professional players and whatever, you hear them talk on videos and interviews, and they say like it's not boring, but they say the level, as in when they go and play the games, the pace is much slower and all the rest of it. It's a different style of football, and yeah, you just see it all the time. The friendlies, Wembley, Australia at Wembley was just another one of them.
Yeah, you knew exactly what the game was going to be like before you even turned it on and watched it. I don't really get all these they're so pointless, these friendlies, aren't they? Like, who gains anything from that?
That's what I say.
You give caps out, you give appearances out, you give goals out, and things like that. I've always found it strange that international friendlies count.
Yeah, they can. Count, but they don't. They count as competitive games.
Club games don't. Club friendlies don't. That's what I mean. Like, who wins that? England won. Ollie Watkins scored a goal. Nice for him, and it's nice for these sort of fringe players to get a run out. But
and of course,
the pace intensity. Is
representing your country is the pinnacle, and that is, it should feel that way. But the internationals, the breakers, even tomorrow night, I probably will watch it, but also not interested at all. Which probably sounds stupid, but
I've got no plans of watching it. Last time out, they drew 1-1 with Ukraine. I think I watched 20 minutes of that, if that. But England have scored 16 goals and conceded 2, and I think if they win, they qualify. But that shows how little I know about it. I'm assuming if they win.
Yeah, and we should qualify, and
they will qualify.
We ultimately always do. Obviously, there's a few times we haven't, but we should qualify comfortably.
So moving on to the current squad that he's picked. I know we've said it enough times on this podcast, but Southgate loyalty. I'm going to say three players, and we all know who's coming: Maguire, Henderson, and Phillips. Henderson was booed. Did you hear about that?
I saw. That's in when I was researching. I saw there was a little interview clip about it, and Southgate come out defending him basically, and almost saying like, I don't get it. I don't quite understand it and all the rest of it. But and he's loyal to those players. But for me, I just maybe Henderson with him going out to Saudi and all the rest of it. Surely that's his time, like he's done. But for me, Maguire, Phillips, I sort of say fair enough. Like you might sit there and laugh, and I know they play no football, but what's he going to do? He's not going to pick Craig Dawson from Wolves, like. No, is he going to pick Eric Dyer who hasn't played football? I know Ben White's a different scenario, but I almost feel like they're his best players, so I don't know what people.
Well, that was my next question: was which 3 players are you picking to replace them? I know the West Ham fans and a lot of football fans are screaming for James Ward-Prowse. I don't think he necessarily should play, but he has to be in the squad. He just has to be with his performances he's put in. How can you pick Calvin Phillips?
Yeah,
he just doesn't. He hasn't done nothing to deserve. He started more games for England than he has for Man City.
Yeah, but Phillips hasn't done anything wrong especially when he plays for England.
No, but he's done nothing right for Man City.
No, but he's not actually not done anything wrong. I know it's a stupid like.
He played like.
Yeah, but he's not done anything wrong, has he? I understand the Ward-Prowse shout. I get that. I totally get that. But
Rodri's been suspended for 3 games, and Phillips plays in his position and has played like 20 minutes of those 3 games. He was shocking against Newcastle in the League Cup and got taken off. Didn't play against Arsenal and came on for like 10 minutes against Wolves. That he just can't play. And like Henderson, for example, obviously he's had a fantastic career and was a brilliant player. Going to Saudi now and playing in front of 950 people. It's going to sound ludicrous, but someone like Buddy Dewsbury Hall deserves a shout ahead of him. Yeah,
surely that scenario he's
playing at a high standard. Surely
you've got to move on from Henderson, and he's obviously a bit old now. He might be his last tournament. Probably will be in the squad by the looks of things. So but I understand Ward-Prowse, and it's the same argument. Do you pick it on form? I understand Phillips and that are not there again. It's a different argument because they're not playing at all. But do you pick it on form or do you pick it on basically loyalty that Southgate obviously does? Ward-Prowse, he should be in the squad, but would he
should
start?
Be nowhere near the starting line. No,
would he start? Would he start in the Euros? Would he start in the World Cup? No, and no West Ham would have him starting.
No, he shouldn't be starting. He shouldn't be starting. But my point is, he has to be in. It just. What's the word I'm trying to say? Basically, what hope does he have? He's got 8 goal involvements in like 7 games. He's playing out of his skin. What more does he have to do? And someone who doesn't play. And the squad. It's
weird with Ward-Prowse because he's been in squads previously and was always Ward-Prowse. Like he's that sort of final few names that gets thrown in the hat. But
he's always the one. You know when they used to do was it a 26-man squad and they picked 3 standbys?
Yeah, he's sort of on the edge and whatever else. But then is it the should they just be given like a little it's right, we'll call him up, he deserves it. Like it's England, it's not you deserve, like it's just, you know what I mean, it's not
doing him
a favour because he's
it's also like, what are we going to learn from Calvin Phillips that we don't really know? There's no need for him to be in the squad. We know that he's he can play for England and he's done very well for England, but you have to give someone else a chance, otherwise you'll never know. And I just don't think them 3 players are the 3 on everyone's lips every time that squad comes out. You look for him, you sign, you think same old Southgate. And he's not going to change now because hasn't he said he's leaving at the end of the next tournament?
I think that's the plan. Yeah, he's at the end of Euros next year.
They're his safe bets, and he knows. He knows what he's going to get with them. They're obviously good lads in the changing room. That's why he picked Conor Cody for years, because he was obviously a good lad in the changing room.
Yeah, and yes, those are always getting picked. But he's played Mark Gay from Palace. He's been playing Lewis Dunk. Are they international? Are they Lewis Dunk? Is he going to win us a Euros? I'm not saying Maguire is, but
that's the problem.
But do you know what I mean? That we haven't. That's what I'm saying about what's he got to choose from. He hasn't got a wide breadth of unbelievable centre backs or players in general. Like, yes, we have a very, very good squad, but
attacking wise is a joke.
Yeah, we do. But then I'm saying that I don't know. I don't get the argument. Like, it happens all the time that managers, that pool of players, that's what they're going to pick. So I understand giving people a chance, but also why should he be giving people a chance? He has his players that have worked. All right, we haven't won a major tournament, but they have worked in the past, and they do work, and he knows what Phillips can do, and he likes Maguire and certain people. So yeah, I don't. I do get it's a
difficult situation to be in. Do you pick players on form, like you said? Do you pick people you can trust? I think it has to be a mixture of both. But when two of them players, especially, have not played for a year, a whole year now, they have not played football, and he's consistently picked them, and the other one, Henderson, I can probably understand more because he actually has consistently played until this year when he's moved out to Saudi. But then what is the level of Saudi? What are you testing yourself against? How are you really keeping match fit? If you want to put him on in a Euro quarter-final against France, and you've got Tukameni and Camavinga and whoever they've got in midfield running against you, and you've put someone who's playing against Cowboys in Saudi, is that really what you want? I don't know. It's a strange one. Are there any outsiders that you think could potentially could force some way in?
So that the Levi Colwell's been playing recently, played the other night, didn't he? Played the full 90 minutes, I think. And he's from the under-21 squad, sort of got promoted, and he's playing a bit of Chelsea. I wouldn't say it's probably harsh to say he's not doing well at Chelsea, but because Chelsea are very mediocre and they're not the same, he sort of gets brought into that. But he's probably doing quite well as a 21-year-old, 20-year-old, whatever he is. So
left-footed as well.
Yeah, left-footed. And again, that area centre-back, the players we mentioned before, Colwell's probably thinking he's got a good opportunity. I have question mark Dan Burn as well, but he sort of, I think Southgate come out and said something about him, but never picked him anyway. So I don't know what for this, especially like you're saying about this squad. What more could a player like Dan Burn be doing? Playing very well for Newcastle. All right, the league form might not be great, but then he's played against Milan, kept a clean sheet, played PSG at home, absolutely destroyed them. So yeah, maybe Dan Burn for me or Colwell, I think.
For someone who's versatile,
can
play left back, centre half, good in the air.
Yeah.
He's a menace from set pieces, which Southgate is
absolutely
notoriously good at.
And he's a bit, all right, he's no international experience, but he's a bit older. So the likes of Cody, who's gone, even Maguire, I know he likes him, but that sort of experience in quotation marks.
I think that's why Mings always hang around the squad for so long, because he was left-footed.
Yeah. And Dan Burn and Colwell were good examples of that.
I think if Colwell plays consistently for the rest of the season for Chelsea, I think he'll go.
I think
and potentially could start. What was I going to say here? What about, I've got two players for you. I don't think you're a big fan of either of them. Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones.
Not for me. No, not Curtis Jones. I could see Curtis Jones getting in the squad because he plays regularly for Liverpool. Not Harvey Elliott. I've got Cole Palmer ? Anthony Gordon ?
Raheem Sterling ? Hasn't been in squad for a while.
And then it gets to this point now, that sort of group of players where names like Sterling, even a Henderson or whatever, is it their time to is it that's it? That's like, would they make the squad? And that's the decisions that Southgate will have, and it gets that argument and that point where the media and the fans and all the rest of it, that's Sterling should be in the squad, or when it was, I don't know, like Terry or Ferdinand, when it was their like final moments and they're sort of sitting on the edge. But yeah, I don't know, Sterling, he probably would be in it because he's one of Southgate's he's always picked him and he always loved him, and he's always done quite a good job for England.
Sterling or Jared Bowen?
Sterling. Yeah, I'd pick Sterling.
Because I'm just trying to think who's in the squad this time, why he's not in there.
And again, Bowen is a good player, clearly a good player. But would he start in the Euros? No. Will he even be a important substitution? No. Bowen would be probably quite far down the list. But yeah, he's a good player. But yeah, I don't know. The Southgate has his squad, and then I think unless there's major injuries or something bad as terrible happened, then yeah.
Well, talking of injuries and something bad did happen. If Harry Kane pulled his hamstring on the last day of the Bundesliga season while lifting the trophy, who starts? Who is the best backup to Harry Kane?
I think you have to, like Spurs have done. You have to play a different way and totally different style. You can't replace Kane. You can't swap him and think Ollie Watkins will do the job or Tony's going to do the job or whoever, Wilson and Nketiah. But I'd say is that they're all a very much of a muchness. I think they're different players and they offer different things. But maybe for me, Watkins or Watkins. Maybe I don't know.
Do you think Tony's done for England?
I think it'd be very hard for him to get back in because of all the politics that goes in with it. And Southgate will go by the rule book, I think, and just ignore him. And he knows his time's up.
That's what he did for the World Cup, didn't he?
He doesn't want to cause any controversy before he leaves, sort of thing. I don't know. What would you reckon?
I think I get your point about playing a different way, and then you've got players that are pacey in behind. You play a different way that could run in behind. I think if you were going to go like for like, I don't think there's a better option than Tony.
No, there's not. And even Tony's nowhere near Kane at all.
No, but in terms of hold up and...
Yeah, maybe the style, but even that is obviously a clear drop-off. But I think without Kane... not Troy. Sorry, mate. But without Kane, like I said, you just have to change the style. And people can't expect whoever that is, if it's Nketiah, if it's Wilson, Tony, Watkins, they can't...
It won't be Nketiah.
No, and I don't think it should be Nketiah. No. I don't think it should be.
I think he'll go with... The rule goes with 3, didn't he? 3 strikers. So Kane plus 2.
I don't know. I think Nketiah could be in there. I don't think he start, but he could be in there.
He loves Callum Wilson, and I think it's then
possibly.
I think Tony. I think it's between Tony or Watkins. Yeah,
I think Tony because of what's happened to him. I don't know if he'll get in the squad because that really, like I said, the politics and all the backlash that could happen. But no, I think hopefully Kane is fit. Gordon through the middle. Anthony Gordon through the middle.
Gordon. I was trying to think of who can play false 9.
Cole Palmer.
Rashford.
Phil Foden.
Foden must have done that once or twice for City. But they've got Pep in charge.
Yeah.
What's your overriding feeling on Southgate? I know this is a boring topic that people do go over a lot and you often see it. Would you be excited for a change?
Yeah, I think a change would be good. It's been it'll be 8 years after the Euros. I think our longest serving manager since Bobby Robson, who served from 82 to 1990. So, and in that time as well, Southgate's managed the most competitive games also. I think like 69 or something. So, 80 odd, maybe 85, something like that. But I think change would be good. I think it's probably time. He's done. What's he done?
3 tournaments.
Yeah, and then the Euros will be his 4th. So that's a very good innings.
It's a full cycle in it. Yeah,
and that's like we said. That's a squad that he started with at Russia basically, and all the way till now, and obviously to the Euros next summer. So I don't know. What about yourself? I think it's time, or?
I mean, I've never been a massive fan of. Yeah, the team has been exciting to watch and been in competitive games in tournament, shall I say. I do think we've got very lucky with draws, but the argument you can only beat who you play against. Exactly. That's not his fault.
No, I mean, even then we still haven't won any tournaments.
But that is my issue, is when push comes to shove and then big moments have happened against not the best teams, I think a better manager, but this is who is going to manage England? You're not going to have Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp.
No.
these managers don't go international football
because exactly.
And it's just lack of experience from him, probably lack of experience from the players because they were quite young then. But the semi-final of the World Cup should have gone completely different. And then the Euro final, we had to win that, being 1-0 up, and we just didn't kick on from being 1-0 up.
But then is that? I know, yes, Southgate's a manager, but like we said, 2018 World Cup semi-final. Certain players, everyone talks about Harry Kane could have done this, squared it, and all the rest of it. Things happened in that game that the players did. Southgate's not in charge of that, as in what they're doing on the pitch. Same with the Euros, goes to penalties, certain things happen, blah, blah. That's the players. Okay, who says... Basically, when people want to have a go at the manager, it's the manager that's picked the penalty takers, but when they're in favour, like, it's the players that have stepped up, and at least they're brave, blah, blah. So again, it's the players that have lost that final. And the quarterfinals at recently in Qatar, Harry Kane again. People moan about him. Certain players didn't do things. So, yes, we haven't won anything. We could have, but we haven't won anything since '66. Exactly, yeah. So yeah, it's like there's plenty before, and there'll be even more after. So
yeah, I don't think there is a right or wrong answer on that question. It's half a done of what's that saying is 6 of one, half a done of the other. Yeah. Who replaces him? I hear people saying Graham Potter. People saying Eddie Howe. Yeah,
Potter's the favourite. Eddie Howe second. Lee Carsley, who's the under-21 England coach.
Lee Carsley.
And then, you laughed. That was Southgate though, wasn't it?
No, I know, but just the name Lee Carsley. He's doing a good job down there, isn't he?
Yeah, but then that's the thing is Southgate was an easier option, and he was within the system and all the rest of it, and worked his way up, and everyone's like, bloody hell, Gareth Southgate. But Pep's at 10-1, and then Serena Wiegman at 10-1.
Yeah, I remember seeing some stories on Pep. They want Pep or whatever.
Yeah, of course, I want Pep at Spurs, but it's not going to happen, is it?
But going back to their predecessors, is that the right word? Hodgson, Capello, McLaren, Sven Goran Eriksson. In your opinion, does and should the England manager be English? Or does it not matter? Or is it just the best man for the job?
I would like to. I would like to think it doesn't matter, but with Southgate, for me, he's the first one that I've actually enjoyed it. And like I said, I've got here, but he's like we said earlier, but we've been exciting in tournaments. It's allowed the country to get behind them and support them, regardless of Southgate and what we think about how we play football. Like we said, we got to a semi-final, got to a final of Euros, and it was a 50-50 game in the quarterfinals against France. So I think, and you think about it, the 2018 World Cup, everybody was absolutely buzzing. The Euros, it was, different level, wasn't it? So, for me, having Southgate as an English manager was obviously an English manager leading the national team has been a good thing. So for me, I would stick down that route. Yeah,
I tend to agree because I remember Capello was
just awful,
awful.
Like,
but not only for the fans. When you listen to a lot of ex-players,
especially now after a few years, it's sort of developed, and
they all come out and say Capello was awful.
Yeah, like I've seen loads of things about not loads of things,
but even top players.
Yeah, Walcott.
Walcott was
exactly.
one.
Yeah.
I can't remember the top. I think Ferdinand didn't get on with him. Terry didn't get on with him.
Yeah, even the likes of Dave Bentley's come out and said a few things, and players of that era have come out and not bad-mouthed him, but just told their experience. And I just can't imagine how would you get motivated and want to play for your country. But for me, Southgate has done exactly the right things. And all right, we haven't won a tournament, but we haven't, like I said, we haven't won one since '66. So. I think he's been very good.
Right, so he'll be leading England into the Euro 2024. It's in Germany, isn't it?
Yeah, so you're gonna try and go get the pod out there.
I'm gonna try and get the tickets run out in 10 days. So I need to have a look. I haven't spent time on the computer to have a look.
Right.
Because I was fucking gutted last time. Excuse my language. I got tickets for the ballot for Euro 2020. And then obviously COVID happened. Yeah. And then they were cheeky fuckers, they were. So you pay in euros, and you pay in pounds, or it gets converted to euros basically, and then they take your money. This was in early 2019, I think it was. And then obviously Euro 2020 came round. got postponed another year, 2021, but still called Euro 2020.
Yeah.
For some reason. And then because you can only have, 10,000 at the ground, I didn't get in the ballot. So then they refunded me what the Euro is now.
So
I lost like 40 quid. Which was, and it was England-Scotland as well. England-Scotland at Euro at Wembley.
Yeah, it would have been.
And they were like grade B tickets. So they're like, you get A, B, C, D, the different price categories. So like the second best ones. They've been like good seeds. Friday night would have been unreal. It ended up being a 0-0 game, crap game in the rain. So sort of dodged a bullet there. But no, I thought it was just in... For some reason, I thought it was just in like one part of Germany, but it's everywhere, obviously. Yeah. I don't know why I had that in my head. When I was
just
looking at
tickets,
Berlin, that's when I was looking, I was like,
every game at
Dortmund,
Allianz.
I might apply for Dortmund. I was like, I forgot that it was maybe because I think the final was in Berlin, right. Olympic Stadium. I think that's where the World Cup final was. The old Zidane.
Yeah. What do you reckon the Euros next summer?
Euros. We have to be second favourites. Have to be.
Yeah, you'd hope so. I've got my prediction, but yeah,
we have to be. And just a quick one. What's a prediction? 5 years in advance, they'll win the Euro 2028 because we're hosting it.
Yeah,
aren't we?
basically.
We have to win that.
Well, we said that last year or whenever it was, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but we have to win it. We just have to win it. All them players will be in their prime.
Yeah, but no, we should have won the Euros. We were basically it was a home game at Wembley, like tomorrow night, but just meant
Semi-finals.
I'm gonna go final. I think we'll lose in the final.
Nketiah starts.
I think Nketiah comes on in the final.
Mate, if Nketiah scored in the final for the winner, I'd get 14 Nketiah on my back, tattooed. Like KSI's loyalty, but Nketiah, that's
Nketiah comes on in the final, headbutts Giroud as he scores his hat-trick. Oh.
Headbutts Giroud.
I think, we'll get to the final, we'll lose in the final, it'll be tears all over England.
Which, for the last question on the current squad, which players are going to... what players are definite starters at Group Stage 1? We all agreed on Pickford?
Yeah, Pickford. I'll throw some names out. Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, Kyle Walker, Harry Kane, and Kieran Trippier.
Saka's got to start.
He should, but I think he's not definite purely on the amount of players that he has to choose from.
I would go as far as if he's fit, he's starting that right winger. There's no one better for him in that.
No, I agree. I think he should start, but for me personally, I'm not sure if at the time I don't know. He probably will
start.
Oh yeah.
John Stones has to start.
Stones, true. Yeah. Maddison, Trippier.
I wouldn't start Maddison.
No, if I said Trippier. What, Maddison, Bellingham, and Phillips?
No,
Harvey Elliott.
Madison's obviously very, very good.
Yeah, I don't think Madison's a definite yet.
I think Luke Shaw starts if fit, but then I really don't like our left backs. Luke Shaw.
We haven't. Chilwell. Yeah, well, I like Chilwell, but he's never.
I don't been fit enough. We've gone over this before.
Would you box him?
Just box him with that silly haircut he's got.
Silly, it's quite like yours.
No, I just don't like him. Him and Shaw. I just think there's a better left back out there somewhere.
Trippier.
Surely, Surely there's.
Yeah, but no, Trippier's. That's why, because he prefers Trippier, so he plays him. But yeah, I think Jude will take us to the final.
Jude is at a 10. Yeah, it will be.
Maybe we'll win it. Jude takes us there. Kane slots home in his home ground.
Imagine England Germany final. Kane missed penny.
No,
he'd be cursed. Imagine if Dortmund win the league. Spurs win the FA Cup or something like that.
We win the league.
Right. Let's talk about previous tournaments and our memories. So I'll kick us off. I am obsessed. I think I've said this before. I'm obsessed with the Korea 2002 World Cup.
I was far too young.
Were you old enough for that?
I was maybe 5, turning 5. Was it a summer? Well, obviously for obviously time difference, but I didn't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do vaguely remember it because it used to be showed down at the school, and I think we used to go down in the mornings. But I was barely 5, so I was far too young.
No, it's just that was my first tournament as a England fan. My earliest England memory was Beckham's free kick against Greece, scoring the goal to qualify for that World Cup. I've got it on DVD, video, I've watched it, or YouTube. I've watched it. I could basically tell you every game and every goal scorer and how the goals went. And I've seen that DVD so many times. It was just for me. There were so many iconic players and moments in that game. Obviously, you got the Ronald. Everyone knows the Ronaldinho, the Ronaldinho goal.
Yeah, that's like
the Ronaldo haircut.
Yeah,
the Rivaldo just silky player that you didn't know. I didn't know any of these players before. You see the World Cup and you're like,
they're incredible. Yeah.
When Fred was here, the Papa Bouba Diop goal.
Yes. Yeah.
When they beat France, I remember seeing Henry in a French shirt for the first time. I'm thinking, this is weird. Like, why wasn't he tearing it up? And he got sent off, and I was like, oh, I've never seen this before. Sol Campbell scoring against Sweden, header.
I don't know if you can mention him inside these 4 walls.
Which I think then got disallowed. It did get disallowed, I believe. I can't remember. And his goal got disallowed in France, 98.
Did it?
Against Argentina, that was the one. Your first one must have been Portugal, Euros, or Germany?
No, probably I have more of a memory of the 2006 World Cup in Germany, but really the first one was South Africa in 2010. So that was, I was 13, something like that.
Portugal, I remember, or Greece obviously won it. I remember the first game we played France, and it was about the time I think Heskey was getting a bit stick. I mean, my brother was giving Heskey some stick. He came on, was crap, and we conceded a free kick on the edge of the box, and free kick on the edge of the box, and Zidane whipped it in. And David James rooted to the spot, and then it was Gerrard's back pass. I think Henry nipped in, foul by David James, penalty. Oh, that was it. Heskey gave away the free kick. That was why he was getting some stick. And then Zidane, obviously, he was sick when he was sick, and then scored the penalty. I remember me and brother went upstairs and cut Heskey out the team photo. We got knocked out to Portugal on penalties when Ricardo, the goalkeeper, took his...
Who was in charge? Eriksson, Sven-Göran Eriksson.
Sven, yeah. It was the Rooney tournament, that was, when he broke his metatarsal. Ricardo, I think it was, saved the penalty, and then he took his gloves off and then scored a penalty and knocked us out. Yeah. Germany was when we played Trinidad and Tobago. We had Crouch up top.
Was it Germany we got knocked out of pens?
By Portugal as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, both times.
Oh, it was okay. Sorry.
Back to back. Carragher missed, and Lampard.
I'm not sure.
I want to say.
I do remember the World Cup, but
Rooney,
I remember the
card.
Football, and I remember Germany. I remember just Philip Lahm being a joke.
Yeah, that first game, him and Torsten Frings.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yes.
They won 4-0.
Thunderbolts, didn't he? Yeah, and then we didn't qualify the Euros after, did we? 2008.
Yeah, Wally of the Brolly, that was. That was McLaren.
That's what I'm saying about Southgate. Everyone moans about him how the way they play football. You think about the people we've had in charge and what they've done. Like, embarrassing. Even recently, the Sam Allardyce fiasco. Like,
in charge. I didn't even put him on the list.
Exactly, yeah. In charge for one game. Like, and everyone's moaning about Southgate.
One game.
Yeah. I don't get it. Capello, the absolute misery guts. Like, just an awful manager. But yeah, didn't qualify with McLaren. Then
South Africa must have been a terrible tournament for you to.
Yeah, that was the first. That's the first vivid memory. And round of 16, Capello. Was that the green when he made the massive error? Was it that one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that just summed it up. What's that then? Green made that error, and then he just dropped him. It's like, I know it's a bad error, but surely you're going into a tournament with your best team. You can't be swapping.
South Africa was the ghost goal. Yeah. Because we watched it in our back garden. Like, we had a screen up and that, set all our chairs up. Obviously, Lampard took the shot. It's hit the crossbar, whatever happened, and we assumed gone in. So we run. We can, in our garden, you can get out the back gate, and we ran up the road, like celebrating, going mad. And by the time we got back, the game had carried on. There was no goal. So yeah, I do remember that quite well. Yeah,
that was. Frank Lampard's never scored in a definitely a World Cup. I want to go as far as saying he's never scored in a tournament.
Really?
And he got the ghost goal.
Yeah.
Well, that was 2-1 at the time, wasn't it? That was to make it 2-2 just before half time.
Yeah, and we were
Matthew Upson.
Yeah, I was about to say Matthew Upson played like there was the one where Terry's diving head first on the floor.
Awful kids, remember them kids. That was when Rooney had to go at the fans, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, it was like
on the video, the camera.
It was full time or half time when it was like, not to see your old fans booing you.
Yeah. What was your first England kit? Did you ever have a
the
shirt?
2002 one, yeah. My nan bought it for me, yeah.
Do you have a name on the back?
No. I've only ever had a couple of England kits. I had that. Weirdly, for the 2014 kit of Brazil, I got the home shirt with 15 Chamberlain on the back. Who then went and did his knee in the the game before the tournament started and didn't play.
I think I had the Umbro red England. Was that what you was that? Is that the same
I can picture Defoe. Defoe scored in that kit.
I had Rooney on that. I had Rooney 9. It was like when the Umbro was right in the corner, or there was like a cross in the corner. Yeah, I remember that. What was I don't know what tournament that was, but
that was the South African tournament.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I can't picture you in a Rooney top.
Neither can I. Yeah, so that was Capello, and then Capello again at Ukraine 2012 quarterfinals.
No, that was.
Wasn't it?
No, he got sacked. He got sacked like like a week before the tournament started.
I thought that was the World Cup after he got sacked, and then it was Hodgson.
No, Hodgson took Ukraine he had about a week's lead in, I think.
Oh, really? The old wheeled him out.
Because that was a point I wanted to make. Do you remember how crazy and everyone was, all the media, and probably you'll be probably quite close to it. Everyone was on their knees gagging before Harry Redknapp, weren't they?
Yeah, at the time that
like get him
I wasn't personally, yeah, maybe for that reason.
And it was like he has to be, but then someone obviously leaked it at the time, and his bank account was roasted off. Got leaked. It was like, we can't have him. Let's wheel out Roy.
Everyone used to say, "Oh, he'd be the perfect England manager." Well, yeah, but then we got Roy Hodgson instead. Yeah,
Roy. I think he started a couple of weeks before the tournament. Ukraine was a boring tournament.
Yeah, I don't
Spain
really remember that, to be honest. Oh, I remember Spain beat Italy in the final. It's a load of rubbish. I remember the Spain being brilliant, basically.
We got knocked out to
quarterfinals.
Italy on penalties.
Was that Joe Hart in goal?
Yeah, Joe Hart's got mad.
Perlo
Chipped it down the middle.
Yeah, cheers.
One memory that I have from that tournament was when we played Sweden, and Gerrard whipped it. Carroll thumping header. Carroll 1-0. Then they equalised. Zlatan made it 2-1. This was in the round of 16, I think. Walcott equalised with a deflected goal. And then we were in the pub. I wasn't actually there. It was, I think some of the boys there were Jake, and Walcott back to come on, and he goes, I think he's told this story, and he goes, "Oh, here he comes, shit, Aaron Lennon."
Shocking.
And Walcott bags an equaliser, deflected. Granted, it was majorly deflected. And then he sets up Welbeck for the winner.
Quality. Welbeck, what a guy. Apply to our DMs, please, Danny.
Yeah, Ukraine. Who missed the penalty in the end? Ashley Young. It was Ashley Young and Ashley Cole. Yeah, the two Ashleys. I remember getting back from Tesco's. I used to work at Tesco. I used to work at Tesco's and got back for the game and watched it.
Yeah, I remember the World Cup 2014 Brazil.
Oh.
Obviously, we weren't good at all out of the group stage, wasn't it?
Yeah, when Sterling scored the ghost goal.
Yeah. That was another moment everyone thought was in. And that was when, was that Joe Hart? Sorry, Joe Hart.
Yeah, give me the fucking ball!
Screaming at the little ball boy who doesn't know a word of English. Give me the ball! Give me the fucking ball! Yeah, classic.
Well, the sound weren't working now.
Yeah. That's woke you up.
Yeah, I do. But that was Joe Hart, his peak, wasn't it? Give me the ball.
Gelled Joe Hart with like 3/4 length sleeves.
What did he keep saying? What's that famous
video? Oh, yes.
What is it?
Oh, God, what does he say?
It's decent.
Decent. Oh, it's so awful. Like, he's the closest footballer to a rugby. This will probably annoy people, but Joe Hart and his banter is the closest thing to a rugby player I'll ever see in my life. That decent chat is awful. Is awful.
Brazil, we lost to Italy, didn't we?
Yeah, group stage.
Then we lost to Uruguay 2-1. Rooney scored his only World Cup goal. Suarez and Cavani double act. But then we had Phil Jagielka playing it.
Yeah.
And then we lost when we drew 0-0 to Costa Rica, I think it was.
Yeah, we had a
We're already out.
group, yeah.
We're already out. I think Ben Foster was in goal.
Yeah.
Leighton Baines, Griff's mate, was
Good
playing.
player. Very good player.
But that was an aging team. And then I think Ground Zero. Is it Ground? No.
Can be.
Rock Zero. What was that? What did Jim say about Chelsea the other day? Rock Bottom.
Rock Bottom.
Yeah.
No, he said... I think he said Ground Zero. Let's have a look. Yeah, you talk.
Rock Bottom. Was the Euros at France. Poor old Roy. We got through the group. We faced Iceland in the round of 16 thinking, here we go, we've got a nice little route here. Wow. That was an absolute...
Yeah, that's quite a vivid memory. The
disaster. We went 1-0 up.
Round of 16 against Iceland.
Rooney penalty, I want to say. And then we were 2-1 down at half-time. I remember making some shocking subs. You remember he picked... Jack Wilshere had played like 20 minutes of football the whole season. Came on at half-time, was just rubbish. That was just a real poor tournament. Was that when he was getting Kane taking corners?
And Jim, sorry, I was just looking at Jim said Ground Zero.
Yeah. Eric Dyer on free kicks. I remember that against Russia.
Yeah, that was when Neville was part of the coaching staff.
Yeah, it was just...
He had Kane corners, Dyer taking free kicks.
We had a couple of good games. We did beat Wales in the last minute with D Studge.
Yeah. No, that was... Yeah, but that's just not classic England, but... Yeah, that Iceland game was just... It was that moment, wasn't it?
Got a quick one for you.
Go on.
Whose banter would you rather be locked in a room with? Sturridge's or Joe Hart?
Or Joe Hart. Yeah, no, D Studge can't be having
Not
you.
Mbappe. Would you rather listen to Mbappe or it's decent?
It's decent. Yeah, Joe Hart. Oh, sign me up. No, yeah, the
kill it.
Yeah, Sturridge Instagram, and when he does his punditry recently, my God, yeah, that is rough.
Not the stanky leg.
Oh no, and his celebration. Yeah, round of 16, Hodgson. Sorry, Roy.
No, and then I think it was less than 24 hours after full-time whistle he had resigned. I actually think he resigned at full-time, I think.
Yeah, he was out of there.
Him, Neville, they all went. And then Southgate obviously came in.
Yeah.
And Russia, like you said, summer of 2018.
Yeah, I think Southgate came in 2016, was interim. And then that's when Allardyce was in charge for a game.
Oh, God.
And then they gave it back to Southgate for obviously the lead up to it.
One game, he won 1-0, didn't he? The last minute.
Sam Allardyce.
I want to say.
Go on, you have a guess. I'll find it.
I don't know who the team was. I want to say Adam Lallana. Adam Lallana 1-0. It was definitely away at something like Slovakia, Slovenia. We were in a red kit.
Oh, hang on. Sam Allardyce, England manager, leaves after one match in charge.
Yeah, it was.
Where is it?
A last minute goal. I do remember it. Yeah, I'm going to say Lallana against Slovenia or Slovakia. Read out the team as well, if you find it.
She's got a long report.
Yeah, because he got sacked for doing dodgy deals with agents in here, taking backhanders under the table. That was a... Can you imagine what would be down if Allardyce is still in charge?
So, sorry, what was your...
I said one. Yes. It was 1-0 away at something like Slovenia, Slovakia, 90th minute, Adam Lallana goal.
Bang on. 1-0 Slovakia away, Adam Lallana.
Something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, big old Sam. That's what, yeah, it's just a Sam Allardyce, wow. But then, yeah, Southgate in charge and to Russia. Very, very good summer for myself, that was 2018. Obviously got to the semis and I was in Barcelona at the time. Where did we play before the semis? Sweden. That's it. Sorry, I was in Barcelona for the quarterfinals, and saw that. Yeah, that in an Irish pub there. It was brilliant.
I watched that in Portugal on the strip. That was lively. I remember coming out, and it went chaotic. Yeah. There were police battering everyone. But the truth fair, they did deserve it. They were like, I've never seen so many Brits in one place. I mean, you know the strip down the middle would come out the bar near. It was next up the Buck and Bronco one. Whatever that is. I've got a video on my phone. It was chaos, mate.
Yeah, there was.
Bear in mind, it was like a 12
brilliant.
o'clock kickoff. It was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Families coming down with chairs, just like horrific.
But yeah, semi-final. Then Euros 2020, like we spoke about, and recently the World Cup. It was a bit of a shame.
Qatar,
The
the
World Cup.
World Cup was crap. Wasn't it?
Qatar. That's. Oh, I've forgotten about it, but you forget that it was in Qatar, don't you? It was just a bit of a mess.
Just irrelevant. I compare that World Cup to the other World Cups we've gone through. Just I can't really picture, apart from the final, which probably was the best game ever played.
Yeah, it was good.
It was all a bit of a nothing. And unfortunately, I think the next World Cup, which is going to be awarded, will be 2020.
Is that America, isn't it?
2032, sorry.
Oh.
That was the next one.
Oh,
to
next
be
one
awarded,
announced.
sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
It's going to be Saudi.
Yeah,
and it's going to be it's going to be another summer.
Yeah,
I'm assuming it's got the
World
same
Cup.
another Winter World Cup. Yeah.
Yeah, the American one would be brilliant, though, I think.
They've got the America. It's America,
Or
Canada,
South
and Mexico,
America.
and then the next one after that is Uruguay, Portugal, Paraguay, Italy. I think Italy. And
Really?
someone else. Spain and something like
What?
that. It's in like 5. It's over Morocco as well. It's over every continent except Asia, I think.
What's that about? Did not know that.
It's something ridiculous like that.
Yeah. Well, I'd say just like I said, Southgate's done a brilliant job. And if the Euro should be his final moment, I think for him and England, I hope it's a positive tournament and it doesn't end with the same old. We drop out and the media slaughter him, and it's a total mess. Because I think he's done very well.
Is another quarter-final exit? Is that
what for the Euros or?
Yeah. No, the Euros 100% has to be. Yeah. So we can't really count on the World Cup until it's then. But the Euros is I think semi-final is minimum. Yeah, you have to get to.
I think we will. I think we can definitely. I think if we get knocked out before that, obviously it depends on the game, what's happened, but. Yeah, I think that'd be a bit of a disappointment.
We shouldn't be afraid of any team, to be honest.
No.
But
no. Right. I think,
Should we move on to the prediction? This week's prediction?
Yeah, let's do it.
As your back-to-back.
Yep, 2 in a row.
Back-to-back,
Thank
not
you.
even 2 correct results,
Bang
but the
on.
scores.
Should have put some money on it.
So, right, let's have a look. And it is return of the Premier League.
Yes. We're back, baby.
And with that, I might even do our first Premier League prediction. Oh, mate, there's some good games on, mate. That's why I just hate international football. Obviously, I know Chelsea got Arsenal. Merseyside derby, 12:30. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Man
much
City,
better.
Brighton. Yes, please. Chelsea, Arsenal. And then Sheffield United, Man United. There's 3 games on.
Yeah.
Mate.
It's much better.
But then Sunday is atrocious.
What is
One
it?
game on Sunday. It's West Ham Villa. But there you go. But then it's Monday Night Football. And then it's Champions League. And we're back to club football. And then there's another international break next month. And then there
Another
isn't
one?
one till March after that.
Why is there I can't believe there's one now.
I think it's Nations League.
Huge.
Nations League. Mate, if my life depended on it, I couldn't tell you any of the rules of that tournament. Right, I'm going to do... Let's do the early kickoff. Never about the early kickoff. Merseyside Double.
Dice ball.
Liverpool versus Everton.
I know what the score will be, but I'm going to back my man Dyche. Dyche ball will be in full effect, and they're going to nick it 1-0.
Oh, the ladies did that yesterday.
Exactly. Going to follow suit.
I don't think any Everton manager has won there. Well, no, that's a lie. I know. I was just saying that.
Another lie.
In front of fans, because Ancelotti won there with no fans. I think R9 scored, and what's his name? James Rodriguez. Random two. James Rodriguez at Everton. No, Liverpool win that about. I was going to go 5, but I'll go 4. 4-0.
Fine. 1-0 Everton.
4-0. Right. Everton are crap. Right. Winner and loser of the week.
Yeah, go on. You
Do you want me
kick
to
us off.
start?
Yeah, mate.
I've gone with a close friend of mine, Stephen Fletcher. Wrexham were 2-0 down at home to Salford after about 15 minutes. I think they got they got one back in the first half. But Fletcher, recently signed in September, came on the 64th minute at 2-1 down, scored the equaliser in the 88th minute, and helped contribute to the winning goal a couple of minutes later to turn around a 2-0 deficit.
You've made me say it wrong. Deficit.
To win 3-2 and claim a victory over Gary Neville's Salford. So he signed in September. I think he's played 6 games, 2 goals, but he's only played 124 minutes, scoring 2 goals, which I think works out every, whatever that is, 62 minutes, something like that. No, I don't know. My maths is awful. So,
but he scored.
He scored, and he's my mate.
He's my mate. Love you, Steve.
And I hope you answer my DMs. It would be greatly appreciated. Instead of just viewing the stories. Come on, Stephen.
I've gone for a bit of a rogue one, winner of the week. Obviously, international break, so lack of football on. But so I saw this tweet about 5 days ago with it. So it's within the week that's just happened. And let me explain it and then it all makes sense. So John Ling and Terry Malloy performed 2 straight perfect games to win the Woodbridge Disc Flex in Virginia, in America, of course. The game of Disc Flex, governed by the PDA, which is the Professional Disc Flex Association, opened to the public in 1999, and it requires 2 people to throw a disc and their partner to deflect into a goal, which is essentially a large bin. They stand about 50 foot apart, and John and Terry won the regional event, which could result in the World Championships for the pair. But yeah, so they scored. The main reason for their win of the week is that they scored. They performed 2 straight perfect games to win this disc flex event. Basically, I'm showing tape, but someone throws a frisbee 50 foot, and your mate is standing at the bin and has to knock the frisbee into the bin to get a point. So yeah, John and Terry won that comfortably. And yeah, it was just good to see such dedication and concentration in such a simple sport, if you can call it that.
So, funny enough you brought that up. I also saw that tweet, but saw something. I could be talking out my arse here, but someone also replied to that and said, do you know what makes that even more interesting? Is that them 2 people don't like each other. Yeah,
I did think I did see this, and there's a lot of, but I'm not sure if it's totally true.
It's a family feud, and they don't talk.
Yeah, but
they don't talk outside the pitch.
Yeah, but then I that could just be Twitter getting involved and people just being ridiculous.
Or the community notes when you need
them. Yeah, the idea of that is very funny. The fact there's a family. Apparently, it's been going for 8 years. I don't know. That's why I sort of left it out, but it's very funny if it's true. But yeah, well done, John and Terry.
Right, my loser of the week is Luke McGee. He is a Tranmere goalkeeper. You may have seen the clip. 1-0 down away at Crewe. Ball gets played through, striker 1-on-1. He comes flying out. No need to come that far out his goal. But he makes a block with his foot. And the ball gets deflected to the midfielder, who goes for the loop, goes for the shot over the keeper's head into the goal. And then the goalkeeper is miles out of his box, like on the D, running back, makes the save. And the ref looks at him and just goes, come on, mate. Red card. They go to lose the game 2-0. Just absolute brain dead decision. Keepers running out of the box irritates me no end, because there's just there's no need to do it.
No. We saw Nick Pope the other week, didn't we?
Yeah, it's such high risk for so low reward, because you don't need to do it all the time. No.
Yeah, that's rough. Who was that? Sorry, the goalie for
Luke McGee, Tranmere goalkeeper, red card, and then they went on to lose the game 2-0.
Terrible. My loser of the week, I've gone for Gillingham of League 2. Their interim manager Keith Millen was sent off at the weekend after tripping up Walsall winger Tom Knowles. As Tom Knowles went to take a quick throw-in, Gillingham lost the game 4-1, and the interim manager Keith Millen was obviously sent off for a childish trip. But again, the clip I saw. Walsall, get a quick throw in. This Tom Knowles goes to pick the ball up right in front of the dugout. The manager Keith Miller just dangles his right foot, trips him up, gets sent off. So, just again, idiotic, stupid behaviour from the lower leagues.
Yeah, I have seen that clip. Can you imagine going back in the dressing room? You just lost 4-1 and
Yeah,
you've been sent off as well. Like, fair enough being sent off for berating the official.
Exactly.
But between that.
Yeah, your manager's tripped someone up and been sent off. And
That's how did Pardew go back to the dressing room after that headbutt?
Nah. Yeah. And that's what they lost 4-1. What can be said there? Nothing. Nothing can be said.
Right. To wrap up and close, Eddie Nketiah made his England debut for England. Made his England debut on Friday night versus Australia. He is the England under-21 record goal scorer, but whose record did he break in 2020?
I'm going to go Berahino.
No.
Oh, I thought I was close. That just came to my brain.
He has scored a lot of goals in the youth system.
Not 21s.
But not 21s.
21s. Final guess. I'm going to go Shearer.
He is one of the answers.
Ooh, there's multiple.
There was two. I thought you'd get Shearer, so.
I did think Shearer, but I thought he's at 2 of his. Like, so that time, I don't know, did they even play 21 football? I'm not sure, but Shearer, and then the other one. How many goals did Shearer? Not this.
13.
13 goals, and Nketiah scored what? 14.
14, I believe, yeah.
Shearer and I'm trying to think who has been the striker.
I can give you a clue if you want.
Go on, give us a clue.
Polar opposite to Alan Shearer in terms of career and ability.
Jay Bothroyd?
No.
No, I don't know. Go on.
Francis Jeffers.
Oh, Jeffers, yeah. Yeah.
Evertonian lad.
I think that's, I should know that, but that gets thrown back because of that reason. His career didn't follow the trajectory of his 21s.
The fox in the box after Arsenal signed him. Right. It's another end of the 66th podcast.
Yep. Quite fitting.
Like you, quite fitting. It was 1966 last time England won a major trophy.
Yep.
But we'll be back next week on Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to do it Sunday.
We won't be back Monday because you're going to the football.
Yeah, I'll be at Tottenham. Fulham, we're back.
Football back, and can he wait, man?
Yeah, it'll be good.
Can he wait?
Very good.
Lots of good games, lots to talk about. Hopefully there'll be lots to talk about. Hopefully no refereeing decisions, but
it's got to be. It's got to be a few.
Which refs this week's gonna make the mistake?
Craig Pawson. He's going to be involved. He might be the ref, might be the VAR, whatever. It'd be Craig.
Is John Moss still on VAR? Or is he retired?
I think he might be. Out of the game for good.
Good. I'm going to go. Forget all the refs' names.
Yeah, that's the first one I think
Taylor.
of.
My mate. Actually, I quite like Andy Taylor. Hopefully he's reffing the Arsenal game.
What about what's it? Michael Oliver. Surely he's got a little.
Let's see if Oliver sends someone off this week for 2 yellows.
Yeah.
We shall
he's meant to.
We shall see. Right. No, again, thank you very much for listening again. I hope you enjoyed this different sort of episode.
Yeah.
Talking England. Hopefully it wasn't as boring as the international football has been.
Yes. Yep. No. Hopefully, again, like Tate said, enjoyed it, and something different, maybe a bit shorter. Just sort of a nice little chat about England and what's going on.
Just like we always say, keep supporting the socials and the podcast and that, and hopefully we've been top 20 on Apple Podcast, and we'd love to get in the top 10. So if you haven't left a review yet or left your 5-star review, then please do.
Yep.
And we'll see you next week for another episode.
Stay loyal.
Stay loyal.